This is one of the most important videos that you will ever watch about female attraction, what it takes to keep a woman attracted forever, bro. And if you want to work with me directly, bro, by the way, link is in the description and to join my program. And if you're one of those Kevins who doesn't want to put some level of effort and work into attracting a woman and keeping her attracted, bro, then fuck off. You're like you're weak energy. I don't want that around here. So yeah, if you're a guy who's actually a real man who wants to put some work in, enjoy the video.
You need to understand about women that they all have 5 primal desires, and they are physical safety. I'm going to go through them one by one and explain what they mean. Yeah, physical safety, emotional safety, connection, leadership, and then adventure / fun / fantasies. So, and they build off each other. So the most important ones are, these are the foundations. You can almost see them as like a pyramid. Like if you have ever heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, at the bottom of this is security and safety. That's what every human being needs. And this is essentially the same applies to women. So security and safety, let's go for safety, is at the bottom. And the difference between emotional and physical safety, have you ever asked yourself what actually the difference is if you ever heard of it before? So physical safety means that a woman needs to feel physically safe around you, in the sense that she wants to be around a man that is strong, conveys strength and power. Now, there are 2 ways to convey that as a man. Through visible strength and functional strength. Now, you might say, but why would a woman need to feel protected physically? Because we live in the 21st century, it's rather safe in the West. Rather safe. Anyways, unless you live in London, nice city, or in New York or wherever. Anyways, because all of this, it's primal desires. Like, a lot of you guys will have been fed with this lie, or have been conditioned to believe that that primal desires, the primal brain, isn't important in attraction. But actually, attraction is totally 99% of attraction is based on the primal brain, the instincts. Yeah, the things that mattered 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 years ago still matter today. They're just not in the conscious brain of a woman. Like, a woman will not be able to tell you why she is into muscular men. But she is into muscular men because the hub insights have shown that women love muscular men. Like, most of the searches on the hub inside, or on the hub from women, is around muscular men. Yeah, look at female novels. The protagonist is always muscular. Look at the Chippendale strippers. They're all muscular guys, bro. They're strippers for women, not for other men, by the way. So I'm sure you get the fucking message, yeah? So I made my point. So let's go to how you can convey that you're like, make your physical safe. Visible strength, I mean, quite evident. Hit the fucking gym, become bigger. You don't have to become a bodybuilder, but at least look like you are athletic and look like you have wide shoulders, and focus on wide shoulders. Arms, abs are not as important as you might think. Shoulders, arms, body fat 12%, 50%, that's totally fine. Just look big, bro. Look like you're strong. That's part 1. Then functional strength is more like, has she seen you being strong? So functional strength could be firefighter, like cage fighter, for instance. If you look at the featherweight guys, like, they don't look strong, bro. They might look big on screen, but they are not. They're actually super tiny and skinny. But these guys are fucking beasts. I'm not going to deny that I would never want to fight with any of these guys. They would fucking beat the shit out of me, you know? But because they have so much functional strength, yeah? So luckily, like for me, like when Sandra saw me fighting, when she saw me practicing Muay Thai, she was like something clicked in her. Like I noticed that when I finished like training, and she picked me up, and like she came to me right after the training session. She had like sparkling eyes. Yeah, I think so. I think sparkling water, or whatever, sparkling eyes. And bro, she was like, she hugged me and she couldn't let go. And she told me, like, I didn't know that you were so strong and capable. I'm like, yeah. And that's her primal brain that suddenly feels more safer around you, because you could potentially protect her from physical danger. So that's physical safety. So that's how you as a man can, convey that strength, by hitting the gym and picking up a job that requires strength. Point 1. So primal desire number 2 is emotional safety. And this is linked to physical safety. And this is what 99% of men fuck up. Emotional safety means that she doesn't feel judged or shamed around you. She feels like she can be herself around you. Now, emotional safety means, or you do that by being empathetic, compassionate, and composed. So first of all, you don't criticize her actions, you don't shame her, you show empathy when she fucks up, and unless it's like a red flag, then you can tell her to fuck off. Like if she cheated on you, you don't need to show any empathy or compassion, you can just tell her to fuck off. But generally, let's say she was late. Like you have two options now. She was late, 30 minutes late in your relationship, you know, like, or like even on a date. Let's say she comes 30 minutes late. Now you have two options. You can lose your shit and like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this all about? Why do you let me wait? So that's an ego response. And then that makes her like feel like, what the fuck's wrong with this dude? Yes, I was late. I'm sorry. But there's no need to fucking lose your shit so much over it, you know? Because that shows that you're not emotionally composed, which means you lack empathy, which women fucking hate. You lack compassion, which women fucking hate. And because you're not composed, it puts her physical safety at risk, because if you lose your shit over such a small thing, what happens if there's actually something bigger? Let's say she can't make it to her trip, or she like fucks up your PlayStation, whatever, I don't know. Like, or she pushes your button, yeah? She triggers you emotionally by pure chance, not with intention, and you lose your shit. Can you control yourself so far that you don't hit her? Like, that's what's going on in her head when she sees you losing your shit. So that's why it's so important as a man to like be grounded emotionally. And why does criticizing and shaming her not do any good? Not because she doesn't have, like, she lacks accountability, but because like women experience emotions twice as strong as us men. So when you tell your body, hey bro, you're fat, you should hit the gym, it's fine. Like as men, that's how we talk, you know, this is how we wire, we tease each other, and we don't take it as an insult. You know, like, yeah, whatever, okay, maybe he's right. And we might feel a sensation in the body, but we can handle it. As a woman, if you tell her you look fat, she's gonna feel that she's essentially experiencing that twice as strong as your body. Yeah. And that's why she's reacting overly emotional in your point of view. Why she's not, in her view, in her perspective, because women come from a different planet, so to say, where emotions are more important than, or like empathy and compassion are more important than pure rational logic, and the raw truth, and I would say the truth isn't important, but the raw truth, unfiltered truth, is secondary. That's going to hurt her. You know, like you're essentially telling her she's not a valuable human being. That's how she perceives this, and that's why like criticism is never like the best option for women. You know, like with women. Yeah. So if you want to make her emotionally feel safe, if you want to criticize something of her actions, criticize her action, not her character. Like, oh, you've become fat, for instance, not a great way of encouraging her to like lose weight. You could essentially say, hey, you look so sexy in that specific dress that she doesn't look sexy in right now because she can't wear it because she's too fat. That gives her the sense of a signal, hey, maybe you should go to the gym. Huh? You're becoming a bit fat, you know? But women change through praise, essentially. I think I went on a tangent here, but I think you get the point, yeah? Emotional safety. Now, on a date, by the way, it's building rapport, you know, without being too gay about it. And then connection. Connection is a big one. By the way, connection, leadership, and adventures doesn't matter if you fuck up any of these. None of them matter, because then she will never be able to open up to you, you know. And now let's come to connection. Connection is, do you get her? Do you get her? Now, a lot of women will fall for a guy who creates the illusion that he is a mind reader. And how can you do that? Through cold reads. Or a man that can make her feel something that no one else can make her feel something. And you can do that by going deep. We're going to explain it in a second. So let's go for going deep. Do you get her? Let's say, because when you're compassionate and empathetic, you start getting her. You start understanding that, oh, she is a woman and she needs a different language. I need to communicate to her in a different way. That's a sign of getting her. Then when it comes to, let's say, connecting on a deeper level, you can ask questions like, hey, what makes your heart sing? What's your deepest desire? What would be your biggest regret? It's like you allow her to open up. You allow her to be her authentic self around you, because you build emotional and physical safety around her that allows her to trust you more. And these questions allow her to connect on a heart-to-heart level with you, because she's allowed to speak about herself, how she feels, and always ask, how do you feel about this? How does this make you feel? Always speak in emotionese to her. Like, don't like, oh, what did you do? on that trip? Like, what did you do yesterday, babe? No, how did you feel about that situation? It's so much more powerful. Then when it comes to, this goes deep, then code reads is like labeling her emotions. This is powerful in arguments, on dates. Like, oh, it sounds like you are upset. It looks like you seem upset. You seem angry. You seem super enthusiastic. You seem like you had a good time. So it's like you seem like plus observation about the environment or her body language. Why is this so powerful? Because you are making an assumption based on observation, and when you get that right, it does two things. First, if you get it right, or when you get that right, it makes it feel like, oh, this guy can read my mind. He gets me. He understands what I'm going through. Because when women are around other women, they are connected on an emotional level immediately. So that's why women yap a lot and talk about like random shit, like that's non-factual. But women communicate to bond and to vent and to get validated rather than to share facts. So when you validate her emotions by labeling her, that makes her feel like she's known you for forever. Huh? Because it makes her feel safe and connected to the environment she's in. So that's what labeling does. Second, it also shows her that you are, or it creates the illusion that you're listening to her. You know, I mean, like it doesn't. If you're not listening, if you're not really an active listener, you can use cold reads to just pretend that you're listening. You just label something about her, like you just pick up on her body language. So it's quite a lazy technique, but it works like a charm. And the second part, I don't even fucking know where I was going with this, so I think we're good here. So yeah, that's what cold reads does. It helps you with connecting to her on a deeper level and creating this heart-to-heart, emotion-to-emotion connection. Now with leadership, this is fucking important, bro. Especially the men in the West fuck this up. Masculine, raw energy. Are you assertive? Do you have an opinion? Are you able to put her in a place? Can you set boundaries? Are you able to walk away when you need to walk away? Can you set a boundary despite it potentially hurting her? What I mean by that is, are you self-sacrificing? Do you self-sacrifice to make her feel better? Or are you able to be a masculine man about the situation and say, you know, these are my principles and I need to stand up for my principles and that's why I'm setting the boundary right now, you know? Every woman wants to feel this masculine resistance because this allows her, once she feels your raw masculine energy, it empowers her into her feminine energy, which means she's able to, and this is almost the top of Maslow's hierarchy, self-actualization. So that's the authentic self. You know, that's who everyone wants to become. Everyone wants to be authentic self, and you being masculine allows her to be feminine, and that empowers her to be her authentic self. And yeah, you can do that by, I mean, being assertive, like being chivalrous, so opening the doors, helping her in her jacket, but also setting boundaries, saying no when you want to say no, you know, containing her feminine chaos, containing her feminine energy, directing the relationship. Also on the date, hey, let's sit here, helping her in the chair, you know, helping her like maybe even with the outfit, like ahead of the date, or like if it's date night, a relationship or single, doesn't matter. You can say, hey, we're going to this venue. Do you want me to help you pick an outfit? Because yeah, maybe you won't help, you know, because you're overwhelmed by all the outfits, the amazing outfits that you have. You know, it's all about how you frame it, bro. You know, and this before I forget, masculine frame is essentially what Will Smith, Kevin Smith, Kaka, and Johnny Depp, what they lost. They fucked up here, most likely. They fucked up here and here. Most men, they focus on making women feel safe, emotionally, physically, and then connection, but then they fuck up leadership and attraction. So most likely you're like, when you're watching this, and most likely this will hit home when I say like, have you ever wondered why women stop sleeping with you? Why they create drama? Why they start being bitchy? Why they suddenly become pull away and go cold and reject intimacy? It's because you lost your masculine frame. You didn't pass shit tests. You didn't build sexual tension. You are slacking as a man, and that's when she starts to step into her masculine to make up for your feminine, make up for your masculine energy that you're lacking, and that depolarizes the relationship essentially, or the date even, you know. So yeah, bro, work on your masculine energy if you want help with that, or if you want to be surrounded by other masculine men who are like striving to become the best possible version of themselves, to become Hercules, and you want to become the fucking guy for women, and you want to attract the craziest abundance of women and have the greatest relationship ever, bro, then, I mean, this was the longest fucking pitch. I'm sorry, bro. There's a link somewhere, click it, join the academy if you don't want to join because, I don't know, you're stingy or whatever. Yeah, that's fine, man. Save a few $100. But are a few $100 really changing your life, or could joining this academy actually truly change your relationships in your life? It's your choice, man. I'm not judging you, bro. I used to be the guy who thought like, oh, if I save like $100 or $200 here, then I'm gonna be rich. You attract what you are, man. Fundamentally, tough lesson to learn. Primal desire number 5. So if you are in, bro, if you want in, I'm waiting for you, man. Gonna welcome you on the finish line. If not, that's also fine. I'm rooting for you. Anyways, primal desire number 5. Adventures, fantasies, fun. Women want sex. Women want fun. Women want to have a fucking good time. Now, as men, especially as high achievers, as highly analytical guys, we forget this. We're so stuck in our head. Shit, I heard actually. Anyways, oh man. Pussy. So us men, we tend to become so serious in relationships and also on dates because maybe we're nervous, or maybe we want to impress this girl, or maybe we want to test a new strategy, whatever, or maybe we want to sleep with her, and then because we're going to get stuck in our head, or maybe she's so pretty, whatever the reason is, we overthink, we stop being witty, we stop being our natural self, and then because of that, she gets bored. You don't tease her anymore, you don't banter, you don't flirt, you don't challenge her anymore, you don't keep her on her toes, you don't prank her. All of these things are so important in a relationship, bro. You turn your relationship from a playground into a library. And I mean, I love libraries to extent. At some point, I still want to have a good time. I can have a good time in a library, but I can also have a good time outside the library. And without the contrast of the outside of a library, the library will become boring because it's going to wear off. And if I were to have a fucking wiper to clean this, then I will show you something really cool. Let me grab that. Okay, guys, I had to remove our beauty here. Let's put the boobies back. But I want to share something amazing with you. Fuck me, whatever that is. If it's not a human being nor a woman. I'm gonna integrate the adventure stuff in a second, but I want to share something with you because it's related to adventure. You need to understand that women are suckers for emotions. So women want to experience the full range of emotions. Now, a lot of men focus only on, let's say, this element here. But they should focus on all this side as well. A lot of men want to make women feel loved, safe, joy, happy. And I know I've flipped it around. So actually a lot of men focus on this and they neglect this. And this is, I know this might sound like a bit like dark, but this is anger, sad, upset, almost embarrassed, frightened, lost. So these are, if we were to put a label on it, negative emotions, and these are positive. Now, am I saying that you should be toxic and play toxic games with a woman to make her feel this? No. But fundamentally, what you need to make sure in with every woman is that you allow her to feel the contrast or the duality of emotions. That means if you only make her feel safe, love, and joy, she will not appreciate that and she will get used to that. The dopamine will wear off. Now you need to also allow her to feel all these other things through adventure and leadership, for instance. Because most men focus on safety and connection, but they forget to build a contrast with adventure and leadership. So I'm not saying that you should play games with her, but what I'm saying is when you prank her, for instance, she might be like frightened. Maybe she might be upset because you've pranked her in the wrong moment, but that's fine, bro. Maybe she's going to be angry because you set a boundary through leadership. You said no to get her new bag. You said no to going on a trip together because you have like important business shit to do. For instance, in my relationship, I don't train with Sandra. We don't go to the same gym. She was angry at that. She was upset about that. And eventually she came around, she understood. But I made her angry. But because of the safety and connection and emotions, she still feels a lot of love, and I give her love loads and everything, you know? So make sure that you give women everything. Women want all of this, you know? And through adventure, you can do like the pranking. On dates, you can do like playful teases, competitive teases. And if you want to learn all this or over text, like if you how to tease, you know, with your girlfriend or flirt with her over text, bring back the spark. Or if you want to learn how to do all of this, like be confidently, authentically yourself and flirt and tease on a date, bro, join my academy. You know the fucking drill by now. I'd love to see you there, but it's your choice ultimately, how much you value your life, you know? And so make sure that you give her all of this, and you do that by giving her all those 5 primal desires. And in order to be the man, the Hercules who can give her all of this, you need to integrate your 5 masculine archetypes, you know? And those are actually the 4 masculine archetypes, sorry. Not 5, 4. Well, 5 including Hercules, but it's a different story. And yeah, there's going to be another video about how to integrate those 4 masculine archetypes. And yeah, bro, any questions, you know where to find me. Love and peace. Ciao, ciao.